Hey family, welcome back to Stories from Africa. Here, we bring you the latest news with depth, perspective, and a whole lot of truth. From ancient folktales to today's biggest headlines, we dive into the stories that shape Africa, past, present, and future. And trust me, today's topic is massive. Let's get into it. African leaders have officially turned up the heat on former colonial powers, demanding reparations for centuries of slavery and colonial exploitation. But will these former colonizers finally take responsibility? Or will history just keep repeating itself with excuses and delays? Let's dive deep into this. At the 38th African Union Summit, held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, African leaders came together with one clear and bold message. It's time for justice. The AU has officially declared 2025 as the year of justice for Africans and people of African descent through reparations. Now, what does that mean? It means that Africa is not just asking for a simple apology. No, African leaders are demanding financial compensation, land restitution, and the return of stolen cultural artifacts that were taken during colonial rule. We're talking about billions, if not trillions, of dollars in reparations. And let's be clear, this isn't just about history, it's about the current economic struggles Africa faces because of its colonial past. But here's the problem. While Africa is standing strong and saying, pay up for centuries of exploitation, former colonial powers like the UK, France, Portugal, and the United States are responding with hesitation, avoidance, and, let's be honest, excuses. These European nations have historically refused to entertain the idea of reparations, saying things like, it happened too long ago, or we weren't personally responsible. But let's be real, they're still benefiting from the wealth generated by colonization today. Let's put things into perspective. Africa was one of the richest continents in terms of natural resources. Gold, diamonds, oil, you name it. But due to European exploitation, much of this wealth was extracted and sent abroad, while Africa was left struggling. Take Britain, for example. The UK's economy was built on the profits of colonialism and slavery. France collected billions from its African colonies, and even after independence, some African nations had to continue paying colonial taxes to France. Insane, right? And here's where it gets even more interesting. Africa is not alone in this battle. The Caribbean community, CARICOM, has been fighting for reparations for years, and they're teaming up with the AU to push for global accountability. In 2023, CARICOM launched the Global Reparation Fund, an initiative aimed at holding former colonial nations accountable for their actions. And guess what? Some European countries are finally feeling the pressure. Take the Netherlands, for example. In 2022, they officially apologized for their role in slavery. The UK is debating the topic more than ever. France is still dodging the issue, but the movement is growing. Now let's be real, this is not going to be an easy fight. European countries are powerful and they have a history of avoiding discussions about reparations. But with Africa and the Caribbean standing together, the movement is growing stronger than ever. So, what do you think? Do African nations deserve reparations? Should former colonial powers finally take responsibility? Or do you think they will keep dodging the issue? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. And of course, if you enjoyed this deep dive into real, unfiltered history and global politics, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep the conversation going. More fire content coming your way.